Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Group 3 conference this November 15, 2022 here in University of Tagum City, Branch, Province of Davao del Norte.
In this conference, we will talk about the material self, including the consumer self, needs versus wants, and lastly, the spiritual self.
But before that, let me introduce to you our first speaker for this night. Our first speaker will be Miss Jerica Leon. She is a PE teacher at University of Mindanao.
Hello everyone, good day. So before we start the conference, let me introduce myself. So my name is Jerry Carrielan and I am a PE teacher at University of Mindanao and I'll be the speaker today for the topic about material self. Material self is refers to all tangible things you own, your possessions and carry a designation mine. So, karamihan po sa atin mo ay may mga possession tulad ng mga bahay, sasakyan, mga cellphone, mga laruan, mga koleksyon na talagang sa kanila. So, ayon nga kay William James, material things are all those things that you would call yours. So, material things that you own and call yours. So, it's a person, a things, animals, and everything na naging parte ng buhay. So we have two types of material self, which is bodily self and extracorporeal self. So bodily self means our body, our own image as we as a person. And extracorporeal self means extended self or extended po sa ating buhay. Dito po, it's either tao, lugar, mga bagay na nagkakaroon po sa atin ng closeness kasi po may value po siya sa atin at naging part po ng ating buhay or it's either pinaghirapan mo kaya matatawag mo sa iyo. So dito po sa bodily self, dito po natin napapakita kung ano nga ba tayo no, na nakikita ng ibang tao. Which example, kung paano ka manamit. Masasabi ng ibang tao na fashionista to manamit, boyish to manamit. So, in fact, na yun yung ginusto natin, yun yung kung anong way tayo manamit. Na gusto natin na na-appreciate tayo ng ibang tao. At meron din naman karamihan sa atin na ganun lang, simple lang, kasi nga yun yung totoong sila, yun yung kung ano sila na ipapakita nila sa palabas na anyo nila. So, itong kaya siya nare-relate sa material self, which is the part of bodily self, no? Which is possessions din sa ating sarili. Na ito ang meron tayo. So, kumbaga masaya ka sa pinapakita mo, which is proud ka kasi nga naipapakita mo sa iba kung ano yung talagang ikaw. Extracorporeal self po naman ay tinatawag na extended po sa ating self, which is po yung binibigyan nating halaga na parte po ng ating buhay. It includes people, things, places, and ito po kasi ay nagkakaroon ng psychologically part po of who we are at nagkakaroon po ng intimate closeness dito with a certain parts tulad ng sinabi ko nga kanina kasi nga may value po siya sa akin. So why other things is part of ourselves? It's because we strive, we work hard to achieve something. It's either things, it's either house, car, cell phones, and other things that we want. So, in the other side, it's part of siya, no? Okay. We want to achieve something. Kasi yun yung goal natin. Kaya nga, naging part siya kasi yung self mo, you as an individual, you work hard for it. No? Kasi nga, gusto mo. Kaya nagiging part siya na material self. The next one we've been talking is all about the core diagram of material self, which includes our family, our home, and clothes and body. So, how can we invest in our family first? So, yung family po, yung first na nag-build up kung sino po tayo as a individual. Yung family po, yung gumagabay sa atin simula po pagkabata natin. Nagtuturo po ng magandang asal sa atin at tamang pagrespeto sa kapwa-tao. Sa family po natin natututunan kasi sila po yung shape at nagkakaroon ng influence sa atin sa ating development, sa ating self-identity. Kaya po, isa po yung family na part ng material self sa ating sarili. The second one is our home. So, our home, di ba? Dito po tayo, kumbaga, lumaki. Dito meron mga bad or either good moments or memories that we had in our family, our relatives, or other. Yung home po, dito po natin, kumbaga, naipapakita o nailalabas kung ano po talaga yung tunay na ugali natin as a person. Kasi po, iba po yung ugali na pinapakita natin kapag wala na po tayo sa bahay. So, nagre-reflect po talaga ang home na part sa ating material self. Kasi, dito natin nalaman na, ito pala yung ugali ko. Dito kasi sa bahay, kumbaga, ito yung kinagisnan natin. Dito natin nalalaman, dito natin nalalabas, lahat ng sama ng loob na meron tayo. Kaya nag-build up po dito sa ating bahay kung ano ang ugali ang meron tayo. So, the third one is our clothes. So, your clothes po, diba? Yan po, kumbaga, nagre-reflect din kung ano ka sa paningin ng ibang tao. Kung paano ka manamit. Kunyari, yung pananamit mo ay medyo sexy. Or may iba naman yung pananamit nila, they are the type of a person that is conservative sa sarili nila. So, ganun na nadjudge natin yung ibang tao, the way how we look at them, the way how they dress, their clothes, no? So, naano natin na, ganito siya sa ating body, in which, for our good health, no? Yung iba, nagtitake, no? Ng mga vitamins or either yung nare-reseta nila kung sila man ay may sakit. So, talagang inaalagaan nila yung kanilang body. Kasi para sa iba, yung body po natin na importante. Kasi kung wala yung ating body, ay wala din po tayo ito sa pinapatayuan natin ngayon. So, kaya siya nagiging innermost ng lahat ng materials. So other people uses their body image or giving importance to their body so much because they think that other people will idolize them. Kumbaga, yung ibang tao, mas pinapahalagahan nila yung kanilang body kasi gusto nilang maging model, kaya pinapaganda nila yung kanilang katawan. Yung iba naman kasi athletics, kaya kailangan na maintain yung proper fitness ng katawan. So, marami sa atin dito na mas binibigyan talaga ng importansya yung ating body self or yung ating body image kumpara sa ibang bagay. So, hindi tayo pare-parehas na binibigyang importansya. But, otherwise, it reflects our material self, we as individual in our society. That's why it's called the most inner part of our material self because intentionally, we invest in our body. So before I end this conference about material self, I would like to say that material possession can be a reflection of hard work and success. People tend to measure success through material possession. Material possession can make people more motivated to work hard to achieve what they want and what their goals. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, let me say a few words about our next speaker. She graduated with cum laude, and now she is a PE teacher at the University of Mindanao, Tagum City. So let's welcome our next speaker, Miss Hanan Jane Palkat.
Good day everyone, I am your speaker for today's video. So the topic that we are going to tackle today is about consumer self. When you hear the word consumer, what comes in your mind? Consumer means the one who consumes. And as I've searched in Merriam Dictionary, the consume means gain, purchase, use, devour, acquire, take up, and absorb. We humans is yung nakasanayan na natin na mag-consume ng mga basic needs natin, ng mga pangangailangan natin. And it becomes our culture. So, it becomes a consumer culture. Ano nga ba ang consumer culture? Consumer culture is a social system in which consumption is dominated by consumption of commercial product. Consumer culture is the consumption of market-made commodities and desire-inducing marketing symbols is central to the consumer culture. So, para maliwanagan kayo, ang consumer culture daw ay isang sistemang panlipunan kung saan ang pagkukonsume ng mga commercial product ay mas nangingibabaw. And ang pagkonsume sa mga ng mga produkto sa mga merkado and ang pagtitinda ng produkto na nagbibigay ng desire sa mga tao ay isang sentro ng consumer culture. For example, iPhone, Apple company, they give desires to those people because it become the trend, right? So, madaming tao ang magwi-wish na magkaroon ng ganun because it is a trend. So, as a consumer, we are belong to a consumer society. Consumer society is one of people in which nagsispend tayo ng time, money, energy to consume commercial product, goods, and services. So, tayo kasi mga tao, hindi tayo nakukontento. Naghahanap tayo ng mga bagay na magbibigay ng mas madaling serbisyo, mas madaling gamit, right? And nagiging lazy tayo because of that. So, we have here a consumerism. Consumerism is the consumption of material goods and services in excess of one's basic needs. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Consumerism daw ay ang pag-consume ng mga material na bagay. Right? Pag-consume ng magagandang serbisyo at nangunguna yon kaysa sa ating mga pangunahing pangangailangan. Like, for example, I have money. I buy a thing before my food. So, mas nangingibabaw ang mga material goods and services. Right? If you eat in the restaurant but you can cook in your home, yan ang magandang example. So, consumerism is closely tied up to materialism. It's because consumerism is the consumption of material goods and services for basic needs. So, ang consumerism daw ay pag-consume ng mga material na bagay, ng serbisyo para sa ating pangangailangan. And materialism naman is the preoccupation of material possession and physical comfort. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? So, ang materialism daw ay yung pinagkakaabalahan mo na material. Nagiging possess tayo sa isang material na bagay at saka sa ating physical comfort. At nakakalimutan natin ang ating spiritual view. So, ano nga ba ang kanilang magkapareho? They are both heavily influence the way individual view the self. So we have in consumerism, we have a positive side and we have a negative side. The positive side is people tend to be happier and more motivated when their wants and needs are met. Right? So, tayong mga tao, when we, parang pag nakukuha na natin yung gusto natin, nakukonsume natin yung mga bagay na kailangan at gusto natin, it motivates us. It also inspires us, it makes us happy, right? But the negative of that is, it encourages people to buy products and services that they do not really need or afford. It is a reality, right? Na we always buy things na hindi naman natin nagagamit. Mas binibili pa natin yun kaysa sa ating mga pangangailangan. So, the state needs and wants tend to be endless. And it could cause negative effect such as dissatisfaction, unhappiness, and depression. Why? Pag hindi kasi, meron kasi mga tao na pag hindi nila nakukuha ang mga bagay na gusto nila, it makes them depressed. It makes them sad. Nawawala yung happiness nila. Right? Pag hindi mo nakuha, example, pag hindi mo nakuha yung cellphone na gusto mo, hindi ka magiging happy, right? Mawawala yung happiness mo. It's because nilalagay natin ang happiness natin sa mga material things. So, it will cause talaga unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and depression. Thank you so much to our two speakers. And now, for the continuation of the Group 3's conference, we are blessed to hear another two speakers.
We will hear a message regarding needs and wants coming from Miss Lovely Rose Calansag. She is a PE teacher at University of Mindanao.
Thank you so much for your warm welcome. Before anything else, let me introduce myself again. My name is Lovely Rose Bati Kalunsag, and I am your speaker for this topic. Without further ado, let's start. Needs versus wants. What do we mean by needs? So needs are those requirements which are extremely necessary for a human being to live a healthy life. Needs are something that we can't live without, right? Just for example, foods, clothes, house, what else? Transportation, and water. We can't live without those things, right? Needs can be categorized into two groups: the subjective or physical needs and the subjective needs. Objective or physical needs are those that are met through tangible things or those things that can be measured. Examples include foods, shelter, and water. On the other hand, subjective needs are those that are often seen to satisfy our mental state or to ensure our mental state. Examples of these include self-esteem, sense of security, and love. So let's proceed to wants. Wants are typically desires that people have or strive to satisfy by using goods and services. They are things one can do without but desire to make life more comfortable. So we have some examples here, like like a big house, a fancy food, branded clothes, trip to a foreign country, Rolex watch, new phone, etc. So as you can see, there is a big difference between the two. Needs are something that you must have in order to live, and the contrary, wants are something that you wish to have so as to add comforts in your life. Needs represent the necessities, while wants indicates the desires. So why is it so necessary to know what we really want and what we really need? So let me tell you a story. I have a friend. Friend. She keeps on buying things she don't even need. She keeps on ordering items in Shopee. But the saddest thing, the worst thing is, kanang dili siya nagabay o kanang mga baratuhon, dili na siya sa mga expensive things. But kanang dili kayo niya gamit, right? She keeps buying things na I don't know para asa niya gamiton. Hindi man unta niya mapuslan. And the thing is that money that she bought or something isn't it coming from his hard work, diba? Coming nagikan sa iyang parents. Ang pinaka lang. So why do we need, or why is it necessary to know our wants and needs? Okay, let me tell you a story. I have a friend. Another friend. She keeps on buying things that she don't even need. She keeps on ordering items on Shopee, pero dili niya mapuslan. Kana I don't know kung ganong nagabay siya. Siguro she just want, pero she don't need it. Kanang good. And my concern is she's wasting money that isn't coming from her hard work. Diba? Isa pa, yung parent is naghago para sa iyang tuition, para masustain ang iyang ginaingon nga for in case magka-project. So why wasting money to some stuff you don't even need, right? Especially if that money isn't coming from your hard work. So I have a pity to your parents. Have some pity to your parents. So okay lang siguro o ganang dato ta para mag-waste of money para sa ila ng mga butang. But we aren't napata sa stage of learning or sa nag-eskwela pa lang. So why waste money? Dapat dili kita nga mga anak nga nagpabuhi pa lang. Kita dapat is learn to know nga the most important for now is our needs. I have anang wants og you already have if you have your own job, if nag-earn na kag money, tira na ka bisan pag paliton mo the hell I care, as long as it comes from your hard work. But for now, we should learn to know the difference between wants and needs, especially to those students na nagpabuhi pa ng sa ilang parents. And I am one of them. And for me, ay kanang ginavalue ako dyan binasod sa unang mahanang ang hard work sa parents nga nga dapat bayluan jud sa saktong if ever na makagraduate na ako, it's time. Dira na ako mag-waste of money. But first, i-prioritize ang parents kay pay them back for what they have done to you, their sacrifices. Dira ka angay mag-waste of forta. But for now, ayaw. Dili man ulang ang pobreta.
And the conference will conclude by Mr. Cedric Grabador, his message regarding spiritual self. And he is a PE teacher at University of Mindanao.
Hi guys, I am Cedric T. Grabador and today I will be tackling spiritual self, including the practice of religion, concept of ceremony, and lastly, ways in discovering meaning in life. So, first, I will be by defining what is spiritual self. So, ano nga ba ang spiritual self? Spiritual self refers to how you see yourself spiritually. It is the most of the time, it is the fortified by the lesson of our experiences. We all know that experiences the most credible learning of us because we can see it, we can feel it, where and when it happens. We don't need any weakness to our experiences because we do ourselves are the witness of our experiences. Moreover, experiences the greatest source of learning and knowledge, and it is somehow build a shape of us to be a better person. Spiritually allowed us to be a resilience in every amidst challenges in our daily lives. But then when you start to practice your spiritual self-care consistently, you begin to nurture value your connection with yourself, to God, to nature, and to the people around you. Also, you know that spirit will help build our body and soul. That's why it is way important for us to consistently do spiritual self-care. I keep talking spiritual self, but what is spiritual self-care? Spiritual care is a ritual or process that we do further our connection to our higher self. Higher self is you that is not influenced by the ego, by a prayer rather the self operates your soul alive to your deepest desire. I knew that there is a question about in your mind how I can take care of my spiritual self. So here, how first you have to do a prayer. Of course, that the most important or crucial things we can do relieve our stress, for us to be relaxed, for us somehow forget a problems or challenges in our life. Second is meditation. Meditation can relieve stress, somehow forget our struggles or challenges in life. And third, have a gratitude to the people around you, to God, to yourself, and also to our mother nature. So I guess those are three self-explanatory, but my main point to here that I wanted to you to apply it to yourself. I knew because I'm also a student age. I can somehow felt that struggle some most of the time, especially to your situation right now. That's why hopefully you try to apply it to yourself. So those are just the information that I gather in the spiritual self. So I will proceed to my next topic, which is the practice of religion. Every individual has a different religion. Kabalo man jud ka na natay lain mga religion na ay Catholic, na ay mga born again, na ay na Iglesia ni Cristo, mga inana. According to the study of Pavement Central, trusting God provides someone relaxation, decrease stress, and also provides positive and personal traits. Also keep in mind despite of the uniqueness of every individual, we have to know how to respect, how to value and treat each other equally. The third topic that I will tackling in this concept of ceremony. Every individual has different culture depending on their religion. They belong to long ago when I was young. My sister, brothers, and cousin, we used to place a trees, different trees. We used to cut papers and put names on it um, and place it to the trees. Yeah. According them, trees must be praised because it is represent life and certain despite all our ascentors. Second is wedding. Second is a notion of merit, a sacrament, not just a contrast can be traced to Saint Paul, who compared the relationship of husband and wife to Christ and to his church. And lastly, ceremony that I got is dancing in the fire, which represent compassion, zeal, passion, creativity, and motivation. So those are three ceremonies that I got and the last. And last but not the least topic that I will be discussing is discovering meaning in life. Second, weaknesses. You must first recognize, accept that have weaknesses. Kay dili sa tanan manggod, wala nang kanang wala tay weaknesses kay sa tanan naa jud tay weaknesses, okay? I don't want to leave my own church, but I'm not good at arguing. Rather, I'm good at avoiding tension or fightings. Of times, it is my positive things, but then I leads me to an unforgettable experience. I'm not proud of having this kind of attitude, but I admit it to myself so that I can turn these weaknesses into opportunity. So, nandito na tayo sa pangatlo, which is opportunity. Because I was able to a lot of friends, still circular friends. I knew how to handle different kinds of people without backstabbing them, without doing vengeance to them. Parents told me don't do vengeance as long as they didn't hurt you physical. it is just it is just no true, it is just a word. I cannot hurt you, all I can say it to be quiet. Again, as long as didn't hurt you physical. When someone threatens, so nandito na tayo sa pang-apat, which is threatens you and harassing you physically, immediately go to the authorities for them to inform that they are harassing you, they are hurting you physically. Always remember, emotion, feelings, or thoughts can be handled, but then never let other people hurt you physically. So guys, this is the end of my presentation. I hope you learned from me. Try to apply all the information you got from me, and of course, understand my topic. Once again, I'm Cedric T. Grabador. Have a great day, everyone!
Is not in her.